she is out in the evening skylight here. Definitely looks a little more teal, as you can see. Definitely a 90s themed bike, that's for sure. Polished tank, which is just stunning. Got some deep scratches out of this thing, man. I really worked at it. Managed to get them all out. There was some crash marks here where, you know, somebody had gone down, but a lot of sanding. Definitely the electric sander helped a lot. Just a little, I guess it's like a 5 or 6 inch maybe wheel. Definitely a 90s themed bike, man. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think that FMF sticker looks kind of cool. Definitely comes together. We got the 250X right behind it, 2018. Zoom out here, y'all can see both. Yeah, as Ken Kaplan would say, man, yeah, these things just glow. You're having a bad day, you feel kind of depressed, wondering about the state of the world, your life. Just break this thing out of your garage and go, oh man, I got something cool like this. I mean, right? You can't be in a bad mood, man. It's the 90s. Come on. There's bikini girls with neon bikinis dancing around. It's awesome, man. Spring break. Spring break. Class of 92. Live it up. Yeah, so let me roll her around the other way here. I'll get a different angle. Back this way. Yeah, so anyway, there's not much left to be done. Kind of just tell y'all, the last thing is sealing the tank. I decided to stick the decals on. Not going to put any gas on it. Definitely when you do these, use the wet application method where you use a little bit of soap. And, you know, keep them wet. You want to basically have some really good lighting and just press out any sort of bubbles. And you may find tiny little things. But my goal here is to seal the tank, and then once I actually seal it with the Caswell stuff, then draining it after use. And when you store it, just because there might be residual, just leave the tank, you know, cap off, and then you just can take like a little filter screen and, you know, some little like, I think they call it mechanics cloth. It's basically just like a filter screen that is kind of flexible, and then a little rubber band, and then that way nothing can fall in here, but the vents can leave, and then they won't come through the tank. So that's about it. Yeah, I think she's looking pretty good. Went in and polished the bolts everywhere that I could. They're all just polished up, even the pipe springs. So those are not like, I didn't take the coating off or anything. I just got down to the metal and just polished it and left, you know, whatever plating was on there. Really happy with the color. It's kind of a little shiny, but also pretty nice. You know, it's got a little bit of that satin. Polished up all these boys here. Everything I could, man. Yep. Went with a little bit of a shinier coat here, and definitely I used the hardener paint on that. This is the unobtainium piece. Definitely looking good. I probably have a little more touch up, some little spots here, but I'll get to it. And yeah, tank just looks great. So anyway, we'll get there. We got a little more to do. Just want to give y'all a bit of an update here. Polish the shifter, of course. Ended up doing something, you know, probably the purists won't like, but you know, this color is not really silver. It kind of becomes like a yellow, and maybe that's the way they came, I don't know. But I just threw a real light coat of some silver with fleck in it, and then I just hit it with a clear coat, and it actually looks really good. So I'm sure the purists don't like that. And that was kind of my thought. I was like, man, I should just not do that. But then I thought, you know, maybe it came looking different. And if I don't like it, I mean, come on guys, I can just take it off, you know what I mean? Just get the coating off there, and it's gonna be the original plastic, and it'll in some way protect it. Frame guards as well, really like these, I really do. Good old Delta box, and yeah, I just spring about 80 some bucks, probably $100, man, just for this one stinking piece, but it does make the bike look pretty good. Yep, and of course that's not new. That's the original, or actually it's an OEM Yamaha, but it's not the original. But it's exactly the same as the 2018s, from what I can see. Maybe the lettering's slightly different. This chain is pretty awesome, man. I got this from, I think it's Caltech or something like that. Man, it just rocks. It's a great heavy-duty chain. Very good, high quality. And you guys are familiar with this deal on getting these UFOs to line up. You got to raise up. You got to oval out these holes right here. And once you oval out these guys a little bit, you can basically raise the fender up. Yep. So anyway, that's the update. Slow but sure. Looking pretty. Oh, and I'll tell y'all, I did take this part, which was in really good shape, and I polished her. So this unobtainium little ram air scoop, I polished this baby, and I used Cameron's plastic polishing kit to get it really shiny. I was very terrified. And one time it actually got, you know, like pulled by the wheel and strewn across the garage. But it turned out pretty darn nice. Very careful on that piece. That was the one that was painted all black. Terrifying. Cannot find those anywhere. Yeah, so all we have to do really, like I said, we're gonna put the boost bottle on, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna figure out the carburation, we're gonna seal the tank. I'm gonna seal the tank before I start it. I'm not gonna, you know, try to do anything like starting the bike, you know. Let me bring the exposure down. I'm not gonna do anything like trying to start the bike without having the right sealant in there, so I don't want the decals bubbling. I mean, there is you know, enough evidence out there that they did use some sort of lamination on the tank, either inside or outside. I just don't know where. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know if it's still in there. I don't know if it's gone. So, and maybe the last question is, do I go with a hot pink Renthal crossbar pad? Y'all gotta tell me, is that too much? I don't know. Let me know. I'm getting some color adjustment here, so that's kind of fun. All right, guys, I think that's about it. Next video is gonna have to be this thing running or something like that, right? Looks like we got a storm coming in. Some nice looking Texas storm clouds. It'll cool things off a bit. All right, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe, and enjoy the journey. I guess we got a lot of bikes we need to start riding too, right? All right, thanks y'all. Have a good one.